maybe God did not bring you to this world to have kids. I hear that word. My head will burn. You say what? You know this type of religious therapist, right? That was who she was. You know this therapist that they will do clinical counseling. They will have the Bible in the book of. They will have in the book of. You understand? That was. I look at her. Maybe God did not bring me to this world. When I came to your school, I look infertile to you. When you check record, not be fertile people they get fibroid. Because fibroid is from overproduction of hormones, progesterone, estrogen. Because you have excess, right? Right? And fertile people they get fibroid. So me, when come your school, I get fibroid. I look like you can't tell me maybe my head just did down. And you know, then I was 29, going to 30. I'm like, ah. And one of the most sensitive things in a woman's life is fertility. You can insult a woman. You're an idiot, you're this, you're this. But if you insult any woman with fertility, there is this point that it triggers in our body like, wait, I'm not gonna have kids. But because I'm a respectful person, I was like, Shebi, they said no therapy, no money. After this therapy, you shall give me my money, I'll be okay. So I endured. Whatever I said to yes. That's true. Yeah, now therapy is over. My money. She started speaking Chinese for me. You people say I should do therapy. I've done therapy. My money. They're not asking me that. It's not even about the money. They want me to be fine. And they have a mental health program that is coming up that they want me to be a speaker. Hey. This school they whine me. You tell me, say me I get mental problem. I need therapies. Okay, you force me. Oh yeah, now. You say no therapy no more. I don't do the therapy. Oh yeah, give me my money. Let me go say me. There's a mental health program coming. You want me to come out talk? My dear, if I hold down microphone, I will tell everybody there to run away that you're a bad school management. No, I was saying that in my mind. You understand? I was like, these people are... So apparently, the whole therapy session is not to give me my money. It's to convince me to stay back in the school. That it rains everywhere. I should not go. That's the whole point. Not be said they care about me. They don't care. They don't want to release that money. They tell me, say, stay. No come out our school. With all of this, I have tried to approach the CEO. You know, because CEO is not somebody that I see every day. So I went online. I was like, the owner of this particular school. I saw his face. I was able to capture it. So when I see him in person, I'll be able to address. So luckily for me, that day, entering into one of the admin's office, I saw him. I was like, this looks like a CEO. And I approached him. Good morning, sir. You're Mr. And he was like, what's my name and what do I want? I was like, oh, I'm Dominion from Nigeria. I want to report the case of a bullying and that. From them mentioning the student nationality, guess what the CEO said? It was like, no, he is not the CEO is his twin. That the real CEO is upstairs. Guys, you know that immediately I believed, and I chatted one of my seniors that wait, the CEO get brother, not twin. Because in this country that I am, if it was in Nigeria and somebody says they're twin, you know, in Nigeria we have a lot of identical twins, very identical. But in this country that I am, I've never seen identical twins. So when the CEO now said twin, I was like, the CEO cannot lie. Maybe not a twin. And I asked my CEO, the CEO not a twin, like he get brother. I went upstairs. Where is the brother? I did not see anybody. I went to Mom's office. So which brother, which twin are you talking about? It was at that point my brain just said, no, it's very yummy where it be. Well, it's very yummy where it say. If I continue like this, why you with me, boy? No, what's that? Hey, me, you know me, that wine. That was I decided to start a case with them. Take them to court. And you know, before you take anyone to court, one of the first things is drafting the demand letter, response, and all of that. So in my next video, I'm going to talk about it. So this one is just talk about brief overview, summary of what happened, and the things I'll be seeing my school for. They're like 17 cost of action, 17 courses of action in, yeah, breach of contract, breach of duty of care, fraudulent misrepresentation, defamation, threat to life, assault, unjust enrichment, negligence, medical malpractice, medical negligence, so this thing, biological and reproductive loss, loss of any capacity, academic regression, is bad faith and institutional bullying. So those are under the legal umbrellas. I'll be suing my school, formal school. Okay, so in my next video, I'm going to be telling you guys the process of when I had to get the lawyer, what the lawyer did, why I changed my mind, why I no longer is a lawyer, why I'm representing myself, how I've been able to navigate the high court. Because trust me, when I wanted to represent myself, initially I didn't know I can represent myself, so I thought I needed a lawyer. Then when I found out I could represent myself, that was one of the hardest orders I had to cross, representing myself. Because imagine being a medical student and you have to draft court papers, and you know high court is kind of strict with the papers, with the drafting, with the language, with the formats and everything. And you know the statement of claim has to be drafted in a certain way. Like for example, if you are pleading things like defamation, you cannot just say they said this about me. You have to plead the particular words. And there's also another rule that states like in your statement of claim, plead facts, not evidence. So there's a very thin and slim line between facts and evidence. And there's also another case law that states a material fact is like a substance or that is definite to make, and I've forgotten how that this thing is. So in as much as the law says plead material fact, not evidence, there's a very thin line how you can make that statement that you should still not plead evidence, but the statement should even still make sense to the judge that this is your course of action. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Like initially, right, if somebody offends you, you can just take the evidence and say, see what they posted, right? But aside defamation is easy. We say, see what they posted. That one is easy. But other ones like unjust enrichment, breach of contract, this thing, right? You cannot plead the evidence. You have to plead the material fact. So you have to make the statement make sense in a way that you're not talking about the evidence. You're talking about the material fact. And the material fact is actually showing the course of action. Guys, I went through shaking. Trying to navigate the high court. But trust your smart girl now. Trust your smart girl. So in my next video, I'm going to be talking about that. How I went through it, how I was able to construct the reviews, and how the case is going. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.